He's a
Oh
bum.
What?
Yes, sir.
Yo, that's a Hall of Fame terrible take right there.
No, it's not. It's true. It's so true.
What?
Boy just choked. Straight women booty and let the ball go.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you.
LeBron James
puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound box. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Irving and Curry. One-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
Oh yeah, but we'll get to explaining and debating in a second. How we feeling, Joseph?
Hey, I'm a little depressed today, My Lakers as the motherfucking bombs. But besides that, I'm cool. I mean, it's like getting left at the altar, but it's all right. By like an average person, too. Not even a 10. You got left at the altar by like a 6.
Damn.
Like, it's rough.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Joe. Do me a favor real quick. Give me a refresh. I think your audio reset to be at your computer, not your headset. So give me a quick refresh. I'll tee up the show. Y'all know what we got to talk about. We got the finals that we got to dive into. We got a little other news like Joe's alluding to. We have some Laker news that we need to get into. And the way we're going to start it, Joe, we got some women's basketball Team USA news that we've got to talk about. Caitlin Clark was left off of the Team USA roster.
Can we change that? Can we change that? She was not left off. She didn't earn her spot. She didn't earn a roster spot.
Okay, well that's what we're going to get into, Joe.
That's totally different. You're doing that white media stuff. No, she wasn't. She didn't earn her spot. We ain't saying was Angel Reese left off? No, she wasn't left off. She didn't earn her spot. That's the difference. She wasn't left off. She was cut.
She was chosen for the team.
That's not called left off. That's called you weren't good enough. You didn't earn the spot.
All right, so talk to me. Are you good with her being cut from Team USA?
I am. I mean, she didn't earn the spot, to be completely honest. When you look at the women's USA basketball team and you look at some of those guards on that team, you got Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum, Diana Taurasi. That's 3 guards right there I can tell you that are starting over Caitlin Clark. And then Chelsea Gray's on the Gray team too. Yeah, she's not. She's on the team. She's sitting on the bench. Why put her on the bench? Because then you're going to hear all that noise about her not playing. No, she didn't earn that spot. I will say Aaliyah Boston being on the team and Caitlin Clark not being on the team is kind of ridiculous because Aaliyah Boston has been terrible. I guess they need the size and some youth, but she has been
that's purely awful. A consequence of the position that she plays.
Like, because she's just been so bad. Like, it's hard to watch that team. That team's just bad. But I don't think Caitlin Clark deserved to be on there. She hasn't been efficient. Yeah, she's been the rookie of the month, and she's had some good games, but she has not been shooting the ball efficiently, and she's proven.
Let's just be honest about
early
it, Joe.
on. She's getting bullied. She's getting bullied. She's not good enough.
She's good. She plays the Mystics. All right, when she can play like the Mystics, haven't won a game. Yeah, she can drop 30 and she can do what she does out there.
And they still balled against her, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, they
had a good game. They had like one of their best games of the season.
I watched the entire game. That was a very close game. That was the Mystics' first real shot at a win.
Yeah, seriously.
Right? So, and Caitlin Clark hooped. I'm not taking anything away from Caitlin Clark. I think she's going to be fantastic. I think she's going to be one of the best ever when we talk about women's basketball. I have no issue with her eventually being put in that conversation. But right now, like you said, read me the roster and then tell me who you're taking out. Because you're not taking out any of them guards for Caitlin Clark. One, we also have to just let's not pretend that Caitlin Clark is like this. Like individually, she is very accomplished. She's never won anything with her team. I mean, I don't know about high school. I'm not counting, but in college,
you're right.
Iowa, they didn't win. Like they got very far, and she took them further than Iowa women's basketball has ever really got even a thought of going. Right. So good job on that. But I'm just saying, it's not like she's going to get on Team USA and then just go beat every other country by herself.
Facts.
She would not be anywhere near the best player on that team.
The WNBA ranked her as the 6th best rookie so far. But somehow she won rookie of the month.
I feel like that's
kind of crazy.
6th best.
No way. They had Cameron Brink, number 1. Angel Reese, 2.
Cameron Brink's fouling out at it.
I was like, how is she number 1? I was like, that's because she's in LA. I was like, it's because she looked good and she's in LA. There's the only reason she's number 1.
The only person that I would really hear is like Angel Reese is done because she does it differently.
Yeah.
But I don't like what other rookies are being asked to do is just very different.
Yeah,
Than
they
what
had Kate
Caitlin Clark
Martin
is
in front.
being.
I was like, Kate Martin is a role player for the championship Aces. Like, she don't even have to do that much. How you gonna put her fourth on the list? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, swap them, see what happens.
Right? Exactly.
Like, I think there's this thing going on where it's like you either have to. I feel like you're being asked to either be like super pro Caitlin Clark or like anti Caitlin Clark.
I'm
And
okay with that. Hey,
I don't
LeBron
like.
had to deal with it. LeBron had to deal with it. I'm okay with it. When you
Well, I'm just
come
saying,
into the league with
I
on a
don't like that.
silver
I'm trying to
platter,
be
you got to
like
prove it. You got to
you do,
prove
but
it.
I'm just saying I don't like that. I can't have the opinion that I think she's a good player, but like not Team USA worthy. Like I feel
Oh
like
yeah,
that's
I
just a
agree.
very
She's a
valid
good player. She's just
take.
not there
Like
yet.
I'm not gonna kill her. Like she's
Right.
having a fine rookie season. She's taking her rookie lumps, and she's getting a lot more attention than your usual rookie gets. She's earned that attention,
And
and
she's
she's
played a lot of
also showing.
basketball. She's played a lot of basketball.
Well, yeah, but she also just like we got to see her actually. If you can't night in night out dominate the WNBA, why am I just gonna gift you a spot on Team USA's roster when Asia Wilson goes out there like every night, 30
TV
points,
ratings.
10 rebounds, 5 steals, 5 blocks,
Right.
5 assists, whatever it is? Like she's stacking up numbers.
But my thing is,
That's somebody that's guaranteed a spot, not
Yeah.
some Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I give you that. I mean, unless it's TV would be the only thing, but how many people across the world are really watching Caitlin Clark? I mean,
Okay.
the WNBA is not global like the NBA is. No one cares about Caitlin Clark being in the NBA.
I've seen so many stupid takes like alluding to that. Like Alexa Laley, he's like a big soccer analyst. He was on one of the Team USA soccer teams, I think in the 90s, I want to say. He's like, well, I was going to watch, but now I'm not because
You're
they're
lying.
not having Caitlin Clark. I said, okay, then like all that
You weren't
tells
gonna
me,
watch anyway.
that just tells me something about you. Then you
Yeah.
don't like women's basketball. That's what you're saying, or you don't like basketball in general. I'm not going to say women's, but you don't like basketball.
No, you just like one white bitch. I mean, that's what Pat McAfee said. He was trying to tell y'all. That's all they care about.
Yeah, they just care about her, and it's like, okay, well then you're not really like the ally or the real fan.
No.
You're not the fan that you're like trying to like act like you are, but say, oh, I'm like basically saying I'm gonna boycott watching the women's team, the American women's team, because they didn't put like the 25th best woman on there. Like, what are we doing?
And you're not waking up at 1 o'clock in the morning to watch the women's play anyway in the Olympics. You're not doing that. Like,
I'll catch it on the record.
Exactly. Exactly.
Caitlin
Caitlin Clark playing or not, you're not waking up that early to watch it. I don't care.
Yeah, unless it's on the weekend, I'm staying up that late. I'm damn sure not waking up to go do that. But all right, I want to make sure we covered that. I do like though that we are getting more and more real opportunities, real headlines that are being talked about in the public about women's basketball. I appreciate that it's becoming more mainstream. Yeah, I think
mean,
so.
every Monday is Caitlin Clark. It's not what the Aces are doing or the Connecticut Sun are doing or what.
Yeah, but I feel like it's still like it's helping some of those stories get like I don't know how many I've had people just like at my work talking to me about how Connecticut hadn't lost a game until the other night when they lost to who were they playing? They just lost their first game. I was just watching.
It wasn't Vegas. It was after the Vegas game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was after they beat Vegas and they whatever. There's people actually like talk to me about some of this shit. I was like, I didn't know you watch women's basketball at all. And like you didn't watch it because I was a Caitlin Clark game because you damn sure know that they didn't beat them. So
right.
I think it's good. I think it's positive. Yes, it can get annoying that it's so Caitlin Clark centric, but I think it's inevitably going to help prop up other. So I'm seeing a lot more Asia Wilson and Las Vegas Aces stuff just on social media now.
I give you that.
So I think it's having its effect. But let's talk about the NBA now. Before we get into the Celtics and Mavericks, got to talk about the Lakers. Sorry, Joe. The big news that hit last week, they're going to go after UConn's head coach, Hurley, but it comes out today he rejected their 6-year, $70 million offer.
I thought they said they were going to offer him a mega deal.
That's a pretty big.
That's not no big deal.
That's a mega deal for somebody that's never.
No, it's not, bro. That's not even college money, bro. $10 million a year. Come on now. That's not even college money. You the Lakers. I will say that does put him top 6 highest paid player or coaches in the NBA, and all the people in front of him got
never
12 titles. If you put all the people in front of him, they got 12 total titles. So I get it, but still, he can make $10 million a year, $12 million a year at UConn. Why would I go to LA and LeBron gonna be gone soon. I don't know about Anthony Davis' health. Y'all gonna want me to draft Bronny James, and then you're sitting here telling me how you want me to revitalize the organization and bring the organization back to prominence. But then you're gonna lowball me with 10 to 12 million a year? Ain't no way. Ain't no
I'm
way in
having a
hell.
real
Why?
hard time with that low ball number, Joe, or
That's a low ball
low ball
number.
term.
I just saw Monty Williams get 7 years, 120 million, and he ain't won shit. I'm Dan Hurley. I just won back-to-back championships, and y'all say y'all want me, show me the money. So I'm an East Coast guy. I've never left the East Coast. Dan Hurley has only coached in the East Coast. He's never gone further than Philadelphia, and you want him to go all the way to LA, and that's all you gonna offer him? I think that was a low ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. If they really want to make headlines and go after Dan Hurley and get him, they should have. But now they stuck. What are they gonna do? Go back to JJ Redick? But I'm hearing that JJ Redick, it wasn't really on the table for the Lakers. That was just a whole bunch of noise. So what's the truth? Now I'm hearing Jay Wright may be interested. They tried to get Jay Wright before Frank Vogel, and Jay Wright said no. So now you're gonna go back to him after he's been retired for 2 years. I get it. He probably wants to coach again, but it just seems like the Lakers don't know what the fuck they're doing. Just hire anybody, because it sounds like you want LeBron to be the coach. Like, I literally have no idea what they're doing. It's a Rob Pelinka need to go, Kurt Rambis need to go, Linda Rambis need to go. Everybody need to get the fuck up out of there. Jeannie Buss, I mean, damn, you may be next because you listening to all these fools. I just don't understand what's going on. It really seems like the Lakers have zero direction. They like, I don't know if they want headlines. I don't know if they trying to be spiteful to the Celtics because the Celtics in the finals, and that's a real rivalry, and they just want to take away from the Celtics.
Hey, Joe, I'm not gonna lie. I don't got much hope for you right now. I don't. I agree. It feels like the Lakers don't have a direction.
None.
Now again, we're only hearing what is getting leaked out. So you have to take all of that with a little bit of a grain of salt. But it's like you're saying, like if you wanted to go the JJ Redick route, like a kind of unproven thing, but it's probably going to be cheaper and all these things. He's got relationships with players, whatever. If that's the thing you want to sell, that's fine. I personally wouldn't have an issue with that approach, right? It's a kind of a boomer bust thing. You would probably figure out in 2 years,
3 years max.
2-3 years max if it's worth it or not.
Bro,
when you
that's
get
like
into the
that's like having Luke Walton again at the end of Kobe.
6-year deal for Dan Hurley, which to me would be just as much of a roll of the dice, because again, it's a lot different coaching college kids whose scholarship you can yank. Now, it is different now in the NIL era, but it's still different than coaching grown-ass men who make more money than you, right? So, like, that's a different dynamic, and I'm just not – there's not a ton of examples of the college coach going to the NBA and being overly successful, right? Like we saw Calipari flame out. Billy Donovan hasn't – he's had a few okay seasons. Brad Stevens probably the most successful, right? They went to the finals at least. Maybe not the most successful. Like Rick Pitino did it. He had some success, but in a lot of failure as well. You know, like there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot more examples of those playing out. Now, most coaches do not. And
Fred Hoiberg was awful with the Bulls.
That was a complete shit show, right? So I'm not saying that like it was. That's why when you're going the unproven route, I just don't know that like a 6-year deal is like the thing to do. I don't think tying yourself to somebody that long. Now, maybe money doesn't matter to them, and they say if we want to get rid of him after 2 or 3 years, we don't care, and we'll eat the money. Fine, doesn't hurt your salary cap, whatever. But your Lakers really ever since they got rid of Vogel, and even when they really hired him, I feel like they just got, I don't want to say lucky, but they just happened to put the right amount of veterans, the correct veterans around LeBron and AD, and it worked out. Because Vogel's not a good head coach.
Nope.
They got away with that one. And it just seems like Darvin Ham, I can appreciate the opportunity. Like I'm not mad at Darvin Ham. Like again, it's kind of like the JJ Redick thing. It was like you took a swing, whatever. He had some assistant coaching history. It's just my feelings about Mike Budenholzer, and that's who he kind of grew up under. So I don't love that, but I love the defensive mentality. He just didn't really seem like he had the complete tools to be a head coach. Maybe he goes back to being an assistant, which he just took going back to the Bucks. Maybe after doing that for a little bit, he'll get a second shot at being a head coach, and it'll be a little better for him that time. No. But nonetheless, the Lakers need to do something. Like, you have LeBron James for maybe 2 years, and then you got a bag of shit afterward. Because
seriously,
I hate to break it to you, I tried to tell you and Devion before this season, Austin Reeves is not that guy.
No,
he's a nice player. He's a nice little role player.
He didn't
he's
take
not
that
some
step.
Star.
Nope.
He's not a star. He's never going to be a star. We already know Anthony Davis is Anthony Davis, right? He'll be good some nights, bad the other night. You'll win 40, 44 games, and you're not going to win anything, right? So, and then outside of that, what do you got on the roster, right? Nothing. So you got to maximize the LeBron James era, and you got to pick the right coach here.
And you got to figure out the D-Lo situation
or whatever.
Damn.
Yeah, but let's talk about the teams that are actually playing.
We got nothing.
We got to talk about the real teams here because they are in the finals. I collect myself to say this. The Boston Celtics are up 2-0 over the Dallas Mavericks. Joe, your overall reaction to the series so far? I can't even look at the camera right now.
I mean, hey, I'm not gonna take it. I mean, I've seen series be up 2-0. I don't know why everyone thinks that this series is over and Dallas can't win it. Game 1, Porzingis looked great in the first quarter. After that, he didn't do much. And there was a situation where they cut that down to 6, and then the Celtics just kept making threes. Kyrie hasn't played well, not one game. If I'm the Dallas Mavericks, I'm looking at it and saying, we haven't played our best game yet, and we've been right in these games. Drew Holiday ain't doing that again. I can tell you that. Jason Tatum on offense, yeah. Jason Tatum ain't gonna go 6 for 22 with 14 assists. That's not happening again. Pritchard not gonna check in the game, take one shot, and it's a half-court shot, and he makes it. Like, it's cute right now, but let's wait and see what they do when they go to Dallas. I've seen the Celtics make all these threes. Game 1, they had 7 players who made multiple threes. Like, come on, man. This is what the Celtics do. That's what they do.
All year.
And they can get cold. We'll see what happens when they fight through some adversity, because I think the Dallas Mavericks have been in these games. In every instance, they've been in these games, and they haven't even played well. Kyrie hasn't played well. I heard a stat that was absolutely crazy. When LeBron was in the finals with Boo Boo Gibson, his first 2 games was better than what Kyrie has done in these first 2 games with Luka. So it just tells you how bad Kyrie's playing. If Kyrie just gets a little bit of comfort and he looks just like he looked with the Timberwolves, I still got the Mavs have a chance to win this, because I don't trust the Celtics until they prove me wrong. I just can't trust them. They've fallen in love with the 3. Let's see what happens when they're not making them.
That was game 2, buddy. They ain't make them.
What you mean? Role players was making them.
Bro, they were like
role players was making them.
They were like 6 of 26 from 3. My
okay.
Guy.
More than Dallas.
You're gonna get.
More than Dallas.
Not as bad as you're gonna get.
More than Dallas.
Look, Joe, I'm gonna put it to you
no
like
way,
this.
Bro. It's not over, bro. Dallas hasn't even played
not
well
over.
Yet.
It's definitely not over because it's Boston, right? It's Boston. It's
For
not
sure.
over. Here is my concern, though. This is the Dallas Mavericks team that I was worried about.
The ISO.
This is the team that I thought was going to lose after they got past the Clippers.
Too much ISO.
They got lucky, I think, that they played 2 really young teams that kind of tried to out-ISO them instead of just continue to play their game.
No, I disagree. They didn't have enough guys they could throw at Luka and Kyrie. They didn't have enough guys.
They didn't, but I thought the Thunder, they got into trying to just ISO Shea, and Jalen Williams just really tried to get into their ISO bag, and it led to them being worse offensively than they usually are.
And the OKC series, the role players
tried to go into his ISO shit, and that definitely wasn't fucking
working.
But
Derrick Jones showed up,
and
Lively showed up, and Gaffer showed up in those series because they were like, okay.
It's like we talked about before the series. I tried to tell you, like,
I hate the
Celtics.
Open.
You know I hate the Celtics, but they got a lot of players. They got good role players. They do. Their starting 5 is good. Like, there's not a weakness on their starting 5. There's not really a weakness that they play. The only thing you can really say is you can attack Pritchard when he comes in the game offensively, and he was locking Kyrie's ass up. I was beside myself. I was beside myself watching Kyrie not go past Peyton fucking Pritchard.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. It's not good. It's not good.
My issue is Luka's got the ball. It seems like when Luka's in the game, he's got the ball 95% of the time that they're on the fucking offensive side of the ball. He has to move the ball. You're not gonna just win that game. I was watching the game, Joe, and the Mavs were up early. They were up early, right? But I was just seeing how the game was going, and Luka was just dominating the ball and just making a lot of really tough shots. Kyrie started out making a lot of tough shots. Started 4 or 5, right, in game 2. I was just sitting there. I was like, man, the Celtics are getting a lot of good looks. They're just not going in. If they just start making a couple of them, Luka's going to cool off eventually. Like, he might not go cold, but he's not going to be whatever he was 9 to 12 to start the game. Like, if he shoots 75% for the entirety of a game, yeah, you just shake his hand and say, good game.
He will.
But
it's the one assist that's the problem.
That was game 1.
Get his
he had 11 assists in game 2, but again, it's the James Harden assists.
Exactly.
I'm gonna hold the ball to the very end and then swing you a pass, bail me out.
They didn't have no corner threes. They're not having the lob. They only had one lob last night. Like, that's not gonna cut it. That's not gonna work. You can't win that way.
The issue though is, and we'll use this as a transition to whatever the Celtics done well. The Celtics' ability to not have to blitz Luka on pick and roll.
Yeah, they're just staying home.
They're just switching. And that's every other team has blitzed Luka on those pick and rolls, and that's what allowed those lobs to happen.
In the corner threes.
And the corner threes off of the short roll, and then Lively would do a great job kicking it to the 3-point shooter in the corner. The Celtics aren't going to give you that.
Nope.
The Celtics aren't going to give you that because they don't care. Because Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, Derek White, even Porzingis, even Horford, they're saying fine.
They're so
put them on an island.
Crazy.
All of those guys can switch. And the Mavericks have not done a good job of finding ways to exploit that. Now, what's really fucking crazy to me is they noticed how the Celtics were guarding them, and they start the second half off with, you know what? We're just going to post Gafford because they keep trying to put some little guard on him, and we're going to post Gafford. And Gafford, to his credit, kept putting him under the rim and got like 4 or 6 quick points. And then they just stopped fucking doing it.
Yep.
The Celtics dared them do that all game. Post Gafford all game. Knew they wouldn't. And they knew they wouldn't. I've got more to say about what the Celtics are doing well, but I want to give you your shot here, Joe. What you got?
They've been doing what they've been doing all year. They've been playing defense and making their threes, to be honest.
And I want to give you the correct stat by the end of the game. It was 10 of 39 were the Celtics last game. So that's about 25% from 3.
Hey,
that's
better than Dallas.
Bad.
Better than Dallas.
Dallas was one that was 6 of 26. So it was
and Luka made
25.6% versus 23.1%.
Yeah, you can't win that way. I guess. Damn. But I'm telling you, Dallas just ain't played that well. For me, the Celtics just Drew Holiday, man. That man is the truth. Put some respect on that man's name, man.
Man.
You gotta put some respect on his name. Seriously. What the defense that he's doing is amazing. And I really think that's what they're doing well to me is Jason Tatum. He has done something that I haven't seen him do in the finals before or playoffs before. When his shot is struggling, you just like, oh, well, that's it for JT today. You're not gonna get shit from him today. But the fact that he weren't making any shots, but he would still be able to get 14 assists, I think that's a big deal. If you can sit there and Jason Tatum can't make a bucket, but he's sitting there and say, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna play defense and facilitate, and you can still win the game. You got it. You didn't fall for that bait of that Jason Kidd bait of who's really the number one on the team. Everybody's accepting their role right now and just saying, let's go with it. Let's go get this chip. And hey, that's gonna be hard to beat. If Jason Tatum can't make a bucket, but he can still be involved in the game in every other aspect, the Mavs ain't got a chance for real.
Hey, A for effort for Jason Kidd there.
He tried.
I knew what he was trying to do.
He really tried.
I appreciated it. He really tried. He was like, let me see if I can get Jason Tatum to get into a gunning mode here and not.
He tried.
Not pass the rock. I want to touch on that too, Joe. Offensively, the Celtics, for the most part, have not done the thing that I always kill them for.
Not yet.
ISO. Now, I will say this. They should have had that game put away comfortably. Then they did go into that little ISO bullshit, and then the Mavs made a run.
And then the
they
refs
got
saved
a
them.
little lucky that they kind of looked like they pushed PJ Washington in the back.
Wait,
I don't know.
Can we talk about that real quick? Can we stop acting like that was a tic-tac foul, like that wasn't a foul. Bro, everybody in the world could see that. I don't wonder why people act like the refs couldn't see that. He literally extended his whole arm after he touched you in the back. Like, how is that not a foul?
I agree. I mean,
It's like everybody this morning
I've
was
given
saying
up
like,
on
"Oh,
wanting
it was a petty
fairly
foul, it wasn't a
officiated
real
game
foul." I was like,
against
he
the
extended
Celtics.
his whole arm. He pushed the man in the back as he was going up for a layup. And PJ Washington, who has ups, you tell me he wasn't gonna be able to dunk that ball? No, come on, man. People are crazy, bro. People crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean it was definitely a foul. I thought like in the first quarter, I thought they were for sure going to get that overturn correct when Dallas challenged, when he
Oh
just
yeah,
clearly hit his hand that was attached to the ball and then swiped away, and then they somehow said, nope, that's still a foul. I said, okay, if that's going to be the level of contact that we're going to deem a foul, then all of
long night.
Porzingis' blocks should have been fouls tonight. That
Yes,
play right there at the end, damn sure should have been a foul. But whatever.
it's home
That's
cooking. I'm not mad.
that's playing the Celtics. It's not even home
No.
cooking. That's just playing the Celtics. That'll happen in Dallas too. That's just playing Boston. They get a Boston whistle, and that's fine. But I do want to give them credit because they have not gone into that heavy ISO very much. They did at the end of the game. It almost cost them, but end of the day, they were able to get it home, get the game home. And Jason Tatum, I think everyone's killing Jason Tatum. Like, oh, soft ass Jason Tatum, blah 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 blah. He's not shit. Man. If they ever really had to rely on Jason Tatum is playing a phenomenal series.
He really
Yes,
is.
I understand his shot is not falling. He is not, like you said, he's not allowing it to affect his game. His playmaking has been incredible. His defense has been great. He's getting like 8 rebounds a game. He is doing everything for that team. And I know he took 20-something shots last game. None of his shots feel forced. Not a single one of them feel forced. They're coming very naturally based on what is happening in the offense, breaking teams down. He is playing a fantastic game. And yes, I understand Jaylen Brown might be shooting more efficiently. Derek White's made some shots. Drew Holiday shot super efficiently last game.
Tatum's making
that
it
is
all
because
happen.
of Jason Tatum.
Yep.
Jason Tatum is attacking the defense. He's collapsing the defense, and then even if he's not getting the actual assist for it, it's a hockey assist.
Bro,
Jason Tatum is driving that team offensively.
If he would have made that dunk last night in the fourth quarter, I would have said series over. When he drove the lane, he got fouled. If he would have made that, I would have been like series over, bro. Like shit, I don't even know what to say.
It's looking tight up there.
Yeah.
Right. Let's transition to the Mavs though, Joe. What do you think has gone wrong for them so far? Obviously, we both picked the Mavs to win in 6. We obviously would have assumed they would have gotten one of these 2 games. It's still not unheard of. They could win 4 straight. They could win both their home games, and then they could force to a game. So there's a lot of ways that the Mavs can still make this happen. As the saying goes, a series does not start until a home team loses, right? No home team has lost yet. All the Celtics did was protect home court. But what do you think has gone wrong so far?
Well, I am going to put some on Kyrie. I'm not going to be like everybody else and say he's majority of the problem. But he has not played well, and you need to be that person because Luka can't do it all by himself. But I'm gonna have to put some on Jason Kidd. You see Kyrie struggling. You got guys on the bench. I know, I get it. It's the finals, and you don't want to do it, but you got to find another option. You got Tim Hardaway Jr. on the bench who's getting DMPs. That's some offense. You got Hardy on the bench. That's some offense. You got to give somebody an opportunity to get some buckets when you see that Kyrie's not balling. You see that Derek Jones Jr. not doing it. You see Cleaver's not working. Gafford, Lively. You got somebody on that bench that you got to at least give them 6-7 minutes, see what can happen. When you see that your number 2 is struggling, you gotta have some other option out there. And I just haven't seen Jason Kidd make that change. Maybe with his day off and then going into Dallas, maybe he'll figure that out. But I think that's going to be the real key because I do believe Kyrie's going to be fine. He may just be in a little slump right now. Kyrie's going to be fine when they're back in Dallas. I think he got into his head a little bit being in Boston and saying it wasn't as loud as he thought it was going to be. I think he got a little caught up in that and he was trying to play it cool. He needs to go back to that mentality that he had with the T-Wolves. If I'm Jason Kidd, Kyrie, attack early. We need to get you going early, get you going. Or we got to find somebody else to do it. You got players out there. This is the finals. You ain't got nothing to lose. Throw somebody out there for 7 minutes and see what you can get. We saw what Derek Jones did against OKC. We saw what Derek Jones and all those guys were able to do against the T-Wolves as well. You got to give them an opportunity. You can't just let this ISO keep going back and forth. Give your role players an opportunity to get comfortable in the game and in the flow of the game and have an impact. Because you see the Celtics are doing it. Their role players are playing just fine and feel like they've been there and done it before. I got your role
why
players
their role
haven't done
players are
it.
playing fine though, Joe? They actually get to touch the ball.
That's
They
true.
actually get to feel the ball in their hands.
That's
And
true.
I do think Jason Kidd deserves some
And not
blame
just
for
running.
that. But I don't care what his counting fucking numbers look like. I am laying the majority of the blame on Luka Doncic's hands. I know he had a fantastic looking
Giving
stat
him the
line.
LeBron treatment.
I
You
get
giving him the LeBron treatment.
no LeBron ain't never played like this. LeBron never asked his teammates to bail him out like this, to where he's going to hold the ball the entire time and not ever look for them. Not
Luka
get them the
said it was
ball
his
early.
fault after the game. He said he missed free throws and turned the ball over 8 times. That's too many. What more you want from the man?
I want him to move the fucking ball.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I don't care, but like, yes, the turnovers are bad. The turnovers are because he has the ball so goddamn much. Get the ball out your fucking hand. If I was Jason Kidd, I am completely. I mean, unless it is no shot clock on the clock, Luka is not bringing the ball up. The only time Luka brings the ball up is there's no time left on the shot clock, or he gets a defensive rebound and is pushing it, not walking the fucking ball up, pushing the ball up the fucking court. And if he's physically unable to do it, then give it to somebody fucking else. I'm so sick of watching him just walk the fucking ball up, dribble, ask for a screen, get a switch, dribble some more, get into his bag, take a dumbass fadeaway, or kick to somebody with 2 seconds on the shot clock and say, "Oh, please make this for me."
The Celtics are being really smart though. They are covering him 94 feet. Like if he's walking if he has the ball, they're making him tired. So in the fourth quarter, you're like, "Oh, he shot."
You're not playing the Pistons.
I agree, but then
you're gonna play a competent team.
If you're Jason Kidd, you gotta have Kyrie do it. Then you can't let Luka bring it up every time.
The fucking ball.
Seriously, because you know they're gonna make Luka tired.
Give Exum the ball. Give PJ Washington the ball. Give anybody that is confident in a threat with the ball in their hand. Give it to them. I know.
Why is Dante Exum playing? Why is Dante Exum playing?
One stupid drive where he just went OC, and you know what? You know what I liked about it? It was fast. It was decisive.
It was fast.
He fucked it up. He did fuck it up. But you know what? You know what was good about it? He was trying to kick to somebody else.
Out there.
Look.
I'm just saying. They need some offense, man.
I
need a scorer. What
Maxi Kleber brings to a basketball team. I really do. I really appreciate it. But right now, you can't score. I need that to be Tim Hardaway Jr. Seriously. And you know what? Everyone always likes to bring it up as like why is he hating on? Why is his dad hating on Luka? First of all, Tim Hardaway Sr. was a goddamn very good NBA player. All right. This is not LeVar Ball talking about the Ball brothers. Okay. This is somebody that played on winning teams, was a very, very, very good player. When he says some shit that the offense looks better when Luka doesn't have the fucking ball in his hands all the goddamn time, you know what? Maybe look at it like he's hating. Maybe give that a look, but then also maybe he knows what the fuck he's talking about. Because the offense does look better when it's not in Luka's hands all the time. Move Luka off the ball. If he catches the ball with 7 seconds left on the clock, then sure, Luka, you bail us out. That's why you're Luka Doncic. That's why you're the max player. That's why you're the best player. Don't force every possession to be a bailout. Like, every possession looks so hard for them on offense. And it's because they don't do anything. No one moves.
That's true.
They do one screen to get the switch that they want, and then just wait until there's. The one thing that the Celtics have done, they're hunting those same mismatches, but they're attacking right away. So then they can break down the defense and then have time for 1 pass, 2 pass, 3 pass, return to the original center, and he can drive it again. They are doing it so that the whole team is always involved. The Mavericks, it's maybe 2 or 3 people involved on every possession, never the entire team. That's what's gone wrong for them. If they keep doing this shit, they'll get swept. The Celtics are, I hate to say this, the Celtics are too good to try this bullshit with. Because at the end of the day, Luka is the best player in this series. He's not that much better than Jason Tatum. He's not that much better than Jaylen Brown. The gap is just not that big. I'm sorry. I know everyone wants to eliminate Luka, and I'm not saying this to prop up those Celtics players.
You lost me with the Jaylen Brown one, though. Jaylen Brown's been playing so well, though. Jaylen Brown's been playing so good, bro.
I hate Jaylen Brown. I hate him more than any Celtics player. He's balled his ass off this playoffs. He does not deserve any slander from me right now. He has been phenomenal.
I get it.
Because whatever shortcomings he has to Luka offensively,
Defense is
They're not even the same fucking league defensively.
Luka's been playing decent defense this playoffs.
Not like Jaylen Brown's covering up other people's mistakes as a fucking 3.
That's true.
Like it's yeah. I need to get all that out. You know what? You know what else pissed me off, Joe? Because you know what? I was about to win $200 last night. You know what my one part of my parlay was that didn't hit? Mavs fucking money line.
Damn.
Bitch asses.
What was it?
With
I
that
would have
being
went under.
said,
I'm going over every time. In this
I nailed like 6 or 7 player props, Joe, and
Oh,
the
yeah.
only thing left was for the Mavs just to win the game.
Oh,
They couldn't
damn.
fucking do it.
Damn.
They couldn't fucking do it.
I knew, like, dude, what was it? I think the over-under for game 1 was like 221, and I was like, that's not happening. Or it was like 242 or something. I was like, that is not happening. No way. I was like, these two.
No, both teams are too good defensively.
Yeah, I was like, that's not happening. I was like, I thought that was crazy. I was like, I should take that. I should take that and go under because I know it's going to be under
Make
that.
you a trip to Illinois, make a bet, Joe.
Seriously. Hey, I'm going to Vegas at the end of the month. I would definitely be making a bet on
something.
Football.
Put that Dolphins Super Bowl future in there
and
for
the
you.
Olympics.
I got you.
I'll put $5 on the Dolphins. I'll probably win a good amount of money. Probably 1,000 to win. Shit.
Stop it! Don't do that. Don't do that. Do the Mavs have a chance, Joe?
Hell yeah, they got a chance. It's not over. This is what happens in the NBA. I swear, it's like in the finals, every game is a series. So that's how they treat every single game like it's a series. Like. So when if the Mavs win by 20, everybody's gonna say, "Oh, the Mavs are back in it. The Celtics are going back to what they always do." Like, hey, it's not over. Now, if they lose this home game, it's over. They can't go down 3-0. Then it's over. But it's not over. No chance it's over. They haven't played well, and they've been close in the fourth quarter in both of these games. They've been down 6 and 8 and had a chance to come back and win these games, and they just couldn't get it done at the last minute because Kyrie and Luka aren't playing their best. If they come out and play like they did against the Timberwolves at home, it's not over.
They do have a chance.
Of course they got a chance.
They got a chance. One, just because they got what I think is the best player in the series, so you always have a chance at that point. And it's also who they're playing. As good as the Celtics have played,
can't trust them.
And I'm giving them credit. I still don't trust them to not fuck it up. Because if Dallas wins a game, the front-running stuff goes away. Now all of a sudden it gets tight in your chest. You're like, oh, now I can't go down 2-2. If they go down 2-2, then it's, oh, shit. Then if game 5 is close, then that's when I expect them to start kind of pounding the rock, not quite moving it as freely. It's easy for them to move it freely when everything's going well, right? They haven't lost in a minute now.
Well, they've only lost 2 games.
2 games, and they didn't win. They didn't lose one in the conference finals.
Nope.
So it's been a minute, right? So, like you said, the Mavs got to get game 3. If the Mavs can send it back, tied 2-2, I'll be real plugged into that game.
Booty hole's gonna get tight. Oh yeah.
Real plugged into that game. So I said they do have a chance, but like I just said, Luka, you can't win. You're not going to win Finals MVP if y'all lose. Move the fucking rock, bro. Move the rock. Let Kyrie cook. If you're the best player, you don't need to dominate the ball from start to finish.
Facts.
Let your other players get going so they can help you, and then you just slam it shut. That's my plea. I'm pleading, Luka. Please don't let these frauds fucking win.
Please don't. Oh my God, that would be the worst summer ever. Oh God, please don't. Please don't. I ain't trying to hear about a Black Wall Street in Boston. That's what I ain't trying to hear about. Christ. Come on, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, I just want to. Can we go to hate?
Black Wall Street? Just don't
hate.
Put
no.
It in fucking
yeah.
Boston.
Can we go to hate? Jaylen Brown I'm putting hate on Jaylen Brown because I just thought of that shit. That's the dumbest shit ever.
Love or violence? What you got?
Because everybody keeps saying this. This has been trending. Oh, the Boston Celtics were worried about drafting Jaylen Brown because he's such a smart person and he has so many interests outside of basketball. If he's so damn smart, why the hell he want to put a Black Wall Street in Boston? Of all places, you want that bitch to get blown up again?
He must be in the insurance, Joe.
Like, I don't understand.
He wants to open up an insurance firm so he can put claims on all those buildings to get burnt down.
Like, what part of Boston does he stay in? Like, I don't understand it. I really don't. Like, whatever, bro. Whatever, bro. Jaylen Brown, though. Actually, I'm gonna give him violence still, because come on, man, you making JT look bad. JT, he should have won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and now he probably not gonna get Finals MVP because you're more efficient. But it wouldn't be happening without JT. I'm tired of this argument on who's the best player. Why can't they both be 1A, 1B? Like, I know that it usually don't happen in the NBA, but
you're letting your Chaminade pride happen. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because first of all, I don't even like you giving credence to the fact that Jaylen Brown's in the same category as Jason Tatum.
He's not. That's
Jason
my
Tatum's
point.
in the category with Luka, and then Jaylen Brown's in whatever one is under that. I'm not
I
saying
agree.
He's upper echelon of that bottom
I agree.
one. But yeah, no, they're not. We all know who the better player is. You can just watch the game. Watch who gets the attention. Jason Tatum.
You ain't lying. But we'll see. You know it's gonna go to Jaylen Brown.
All right. So my violence is
Going to
kind of
Jaylen Brown.
related.
It should go to Drew Holiday.
If it's not
For
going
the
to go to
first two
Tatum, it
games.
should go to Drew Holiday. Yeah.
For sure.
My violence, my old friends up in Portland. Fuck you, Portland, you fucking pieces of shit! Fucked up the Dame trade. And then the part that everyone kind of seems to conveniently forget about, the bag of chips that they fucking got for Drew Holiday when they shipped him to Boston to bail out Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown in Game 2. They got an always injured Robert Williams and an always injured Malcolm Brogdon and 2 late first-round picks.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
You, Joe Cronin. Everyone told me
that's
whole goddamn
pretty fucking
time,
bad.
oh, the Heat don't have a package for that. The Heat don't have a package. Y'all would take the goddamn Heat package over the bullshit they fucking got. So fuck you guys. I don't even want Dame on the Heat anymore. But goddamn it, why'd you have to give Drew to the fucking Celtics? You know Drew is like my fucking favorite non-Heat player in the NBA.
Really
and they gave him to the goddamn Celtics, and he just bailed their fucking ass out last night.
He really did just give him away.
You, Portland. Fuck you. Fuck you, Joe Cronin. I hope you lose all your goddamn money. Fuck you, Celtics team.